Political team is in Mokwakwaila in Limpopo for the COPE Manifesto launch. We now cross live to our political reporter, Ntlantla Kgatlhane, who is standing by with SABC's deputy political editor for radio, Mahlatse Gallens. A very good morning to both of you, Ntlantla. Today, COPE is launching its manifesto. That party seems to have found stability after political wrangling during the 2011 local government elections. What can we expect from the party president when he addresses the rally today?
Well, good morning to you, Alicia. Today we are talking to you from Mokwakwaila village in Limpopo province, just 40 kilometers from Guyane. We are here to witness the launch of, COPE, whereby the party is expected to lower or rather attract supporters. With me, I'm with the deputy radio political editor, Mahlatse Gallens. Mahlatse, what can we expect from today's launch?
I think from one, we could expect COPE to actually show that it is still a party in the running for this local government elections. It is running for the second time. But most importantly, I think in terms of its election manifesto, we can expect it to speak a lot around a corrupt-free municipalities. Remember, in the past few weeks, we've seen COPE mentioned quite often and talk quite a lot around corruption that is plaguing our country. One of the themes or their rallying call for this municipal election is that save South Africa. That is actually their theme. We're also expecting them to actually focus a lot on rural areas, and that is one of the reasons COPE has said that instead, as compared to many other parties that have gone to the big metros, the big cities to launch their manifestos for this local government elections, they have chosen a rural area to bring focus again on these particular parts of the world where development is actually most needed.
Looking at COPE and the way it was formed, it was formed in 2008 and it played a role in itself in the political landscape of the country. Their first elections, they got 30 seats in parliament, but because of their infights, we have seen a serious decline in terms of its support. How has that affected the party?
I think this is quite an important election for COPE. It's the second time that they're participating in the local government election, and they're hoping for a serious comeback. As you said, they got 30% in the 30 seats in the 2009 elections. They saw a major decline in 2014, where they only managed to get 3 seats in the National Assembly. At the current moment, within the country's municipalities, they only managed about 2%. But as you said, the leadership battle that saw them going in and out of court when the President Mosiuoa Lekota and former leader Mbazima Shilowa were fighting is now finally over. We have seen the party stabilize in somewhat between 2014 and now. So this is the one election where they are going into it without the baggage of that leadership squabble, but it will also be an election that is a major test for the President Mosiuoa Lekota to say that with that leadership battle now over, have they been able to rebuild? They have told us that they have been crisscrossing the country trying to reignite the COPE support that they had in 2009. So this will be a major test for them to see that they actually have it. I think they also chose Mokwakwaila, Limpopo, which is a province where they still have some support and where they're hoping to continue growing that support. But for President Mosiuoa Lekota, this is going to be a major test for him. He finally has those leadership issues behind him. Will he be able to rally South Africans to actually support COPE and see them going back to those numbers that we saw in 2009?
Well, there you go, Alicia. Today, COPE is launching its manifesto, and we will see if they are able to, to go back to the good old days. Like I said, they performed very well in the 2009 elections. COPE president is expected to speak at 12 o'clock. Back to you in studio.
Ntlantla, before you go, very quickly, we can see people on the fence there. Do give us a scene setter. How are things at the venue? Are people starting to trickle in? And have you managed to speak to some of the party members? What are they expecting to hear from the party president today?
Well, Alicia, as you can see behind me here, people are slowly but coming in, to try and hear what the president has to say. But with regards to us engaging with them, they spoke of a lot of issues. One of the issues that they talked about was the issue of employment, which is very critical, especially amongst young people. I engaged a couple of young people here. They talked that, what we need now, it's employment. And I hope, and they hope that, when the president talks, he will also talk to that.
All right. All right, thank you so much to our political reporter then, Ntlantla Kgatlhane, as well as SABC's deputy political editor for radio, Mahlatse Gallens, and they were live to us from Mokwakwaila in Limpopo.